So on the car ride back from Guelph, from your game,
Yo.
bro. So Kyla was in the front seat to the game, and
Okay.
I was in the front seat back. Kendrick was driving the whole thing,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
So the whole time there to Guelph, it was Justin Bieber karaoke
I'm
in the
dead.
car.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
it was funny. And then on the way back, everyone just
Silent.
yeah, silent. But I'm in the front, so I'm trying to just,
You have to have
yeah, I
conversation.
have to, and I'm a yapper, so that's natural for me. I just see Kyla like I think every 10 minutes, Kendrick and I would look back, like girls like KO'd, bro.
What do you expect? We've been in the car with her for like 4 years now.
No, you know what's bad? I when I sit in the front, I always talk,
hmm
just make sure everyone's like awake and aware. When I'm in the back, she somehow falls asleep in the front.
Yeah, she
So
does
I don't
fall
know why
asleep.
that happens, but
No, that's happened multiple times when I'm driving, and it's just
no,
funny.
it's okay. You're a good driver though. You don't need us to keep you awake. You got your music.
Yeah, no. Like I remember driving from Blue Mountain and it was a bunch of our
Mhm.
friends and I was so tired, but also like I was just singing. Everyone fell asleep in the first like as soon as I hopped into the highway. Bro, I look back, no one's talking, or like I notice as I'm driving, no one's talking, and I was kind of just like singing to myself like the whole 2 hours. And honestly, it went by pretty
It was
fast.
a vibe. It's
It
a
was fun.
vibe,
And there
bro.
was no traffic, thank God, or else like I would have.
Mm.
Traffic is what gets me.
This is why you call me when you're on the road
Yeah.
and stuck in traffic. But it's okay. I like talking to you,
Yeah.
which is why we're doing this.
Oh, I guess.
Good segue. Good
I
segue.
know.
So, how you been?
I've been good.
That's
It's been
good.
a long month.
Very long. It's been a month since we last recorded and uploaded.
Yeah.
So hopefully this gets out soon.
Yeah, we got 100 followers, more than 100. I
Thank you.
noticed when I just randomly hopped on the account and then I'm like, oh my God, we have over 100 followers. I wanted to like make a post about it, but I was so tired.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Soon though,
it's
soon
okay.
though. You'll make one soon, right?
Next milestone. But no, things are better now. I have more time on my hands. It was just, it was a long
Yeah,
month.
it was.
Month.
Well, thank you everyone for the 100 followers, and the views on YouTube are crazy right now too.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I think hitting almost 80, 70 or 80. I could be
Oh,
wrong.
okay.
I'm liking where things are going, and hopefully we can keep it up.
Yeah.
So things look great.
I don't know who watches like podcasts on YouTube. Like I personally don't. Like I usually just like listen to podcasts when I'm cleaning or
Mhm.
sometimes when I'm working out.
Well, sometimes people want to see our faces.
That's so nice. Thanks, guys.
Well, Isabelle just came back from Guelph.
Yeah, you can tell how dark I am now. You
Well,
know what my mom said to
what'd she
me?
say?
So like my family came to the game in Guelph,
Mhm.
and then when I came home, my mom was like, "I didn't even recognize you when you were on the field because you got so dark." Look at this watch tan. It's crazy.
I have a farmer's stand.
You can see
Yeah,
it.
you can
Yeah.
visibly see it. Yeah,
Ice cream flavor where
oh
like
my God, the
it's like
swirl, right?
no, not the not the swirl, but like it starts with an N and it's like three flavors of ice cream. It's like strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. I forgot what it's called.
Something like that. All right,
Something like that. That's your skin
that's
color.
me right now.
It's a little pink too. So you have all three shades.
Yeah, the sunburn was not kind to me this past Saturday, but
Yeah,
we're
it's okay.
yeah. You'll catch me with a summer stand a tan
Yeah,
all summer long. So look forward to that.
it's okay. When people say they're outside, this is your version
Oh
of
my
what
God.
you mean. Yeah.
I also wear sunglasses all the time.
Oh
So
yeah. A raccoon tan.
it's not that visible right now, but I had a really bad one
It's okay.
with the goggles and everything. But it's fine.
Me
It's fine.
too. After like the first week, I started noticing like the raccoon tan starting to form, and I'm like, I have to stop wearing shades to practice. But I couldn't do it. Like it was just so bright and sunny some days. I would regret it the moment I would step outside, and then I'm like, I should have worn shades because I hate squinting, and my eyes are super sensitive to
Sensitive,
the
same with
sun.
me, yeah.
Like after a day of like being outside, I think I covered like a soccer tournament one time and even with like shades on, as soon as I got home, my eyes were like bloodshot. It was so bad. I think my eyes are just like sensitive to the sun.
Every time I walk into a room without shades, everything's like pink and then turns green. I'm like, whoa, what happened there? So hence I have to wear sunglasses now.
Mhm.
You know, it is what it is. Summer placement's been great for the both of us, I can say, I
Mhm.
guess. So let's delve into what we did.
Yeah, I mean, you're still doing yours.
I'm doing mine for a bit longer.
Yeah.
But let's help hear about yours because you finished recently.
Mhm.
Yeah, so go for it.
What do you want to know?
So first of all, what was it? And and let's hear about like your day, like your day as an AT with those days.
Okay. Well, I just finished my student internship with the Toronto Argos. Like, I was just working with them during training camp. Um, 7 days a week, almost clocking in about like 13 to 15 hours every day. Um, yeah, and it was a little away from like Toronto, so just living away from home for the first time for a month and like it wasn't too bad. I thought I would be a lot worse, but it wasn't too bad. I remember having a conversation with the other student interns talking about like whether you could live by yourself or like with friends or like roommates and whatever. I could not live without like I don't think I can live by myself. Almost every single night I would like hop on a FaceTime call or like call someone from home, whether it was like my family or my friends.
I got two
Um
of those calls.
just be honored. But yeah, no, I definitely like missed being at home sometimes. I missed I missed food at home.
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm so grateful that we had free food 3 times a day and they would pack your plate. I would ask for like a little bit of something. Two whole scoops. Two whole scoops and for the first like week or two, I could not finish like a meal, which is like weird for me because like at home I would eat every 2 hours.
eats a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know. At when we started like training camp, I wasn't used to it, I guess. But then towards like the end of it, I started like knowing what I could eat, and it was better. Um, I was just talking about food for like 2 minutes. Food was good. It was some days it was okay, but I can't complain. It's free. Accommodations were also free, so do what you can with it. Um, yeah, like just a lot. Like I think 4 hours of field work every day. So that's like practice, and then you kind of have to like set up the fields and like tape athletes beforehand, and we'd start our day at like 6 a.m. So that meant I was getting up at 5 in the morning, and then I also we also had like a challenge within like our group to like go to the gym at least 5 days of the month, or like 5 times in the month. And I was like, but I'm gonna do it. Like I don't think I can go a month without working out. Like the longest I've gone without working out was probably when I got COVID back in
Mm.
like 2021. And that was like maybe 3 weeks. I was dying. I was dying. Like I was itching to work out, but I couldn't. And I just knew I couldn't do that for like a whole month. So we had um we had like field setup or clinic or taping athletes before practice from like 6 to 8, and then practice until like noonish, and then right after practice we would have post-practice treatment in the clinic. So we would finish the day, but not really around like 4 p.m. the latest. Around that time, like they they would have like their own stuff to do, like the athletes around like 3:30 p.m. But sometimes like as the students we'd stay back and everything. So between or we'd finish afternoon treatment, then we'd have like a little bit of a break, um and have dinner at 5:30 p.m. It was so early. And the thing is like sometimes when so many athletes would come in during post-practice clinic, um didn't really have time to eat sometimes. So the gaps of like eating, it would be at like 6:30 or 7 a.m. and then I won't be able to eat until like 3 p.m. sometimes. So I would notice it as I'm like treating the athletes. I would be really worried if I were doing like soft tissue on the traps and I'm like holding their head against my stomach. I would
Mhm.
think, oh my God. If I'm like really hungry, I'd feel like so bad, but it's okay. It is what it is. Um, so we'd have like afternoon treatment and then dinner at 5:30. And then start again up at like 7 p.m. until like 9:30ish, 10. And then we do that every single day. Um, so it was kind of hard, like not really. It was kind of hard like trying to find time to work out, but I ended up like finding the time to. At first I didn't want to go in the gym at the same time as like the track athletes at the school because they would go there around like when we'd have our break. Um, and I love an empty gym. I love an empty gym because I don't have to like worry about like saving equipment for myself and like getting in their way and everything. So for the first like 2 weeks, I was going to the gym at like 4 in the morning. So yeah, like I would leave my townhouse and it's like pitch black outside. It was so dark, and then I'm just like, la, 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 like walking to the walking to the stadium or like the gym, and it was like completely empty. And yeah, like I'd have an access card so I can like access the gym and everything. Um, yeah,
Nice.
super nice.
Nice. Sounds like the schedule was just planned for you. Like you didn't have a choice. Like you know how, as like students right now, we have a little more variability throughout the day, right? You were just straight up like, this is the time you do this. This is the time you have to do that. It's a fixed schedule. Like at least you enjoyed it. You enjoyed your time, and that was just for regular practice, right?
Yeah, that's like what every day kind of looked like.
Oh, what about those like game days, those special days?
We would still have treatment,
Okay.
but and like even the day before, just a little bit of treatment for the athletes, just being a bit wary of like what we're doing. We don't want to like do anything too hard on them because like they're gonna play. Um, but we would have treatment for like some parts of the morning, and then I think we would start prepping the field like at least 5 hours before the game. So that game you went to, it was at 7 p.m. We started prepping the field around like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, and started getting everything ready. So that's when we started like leaving the clinic and then heading down. Um, it wasn't too bad. There's 10 of us, so honestly things went by like very efficiently and like fast because um it's very not similar to like a practice setup, but we have a better grasp of like or a better idea of like where everything is, so it wasn't like too hard. Yeah.
Did you guys have like stations or like everyone was designated a role to do like on specific days? Like how'd that work?
Oh, yeah. So we were paired up in teams. So there's 6 students, and then we're paired up together with like another person, and we would have designated teams. So there's 3 teams, and then on specific days we would like rotate around. So it would be like team one would be in the stadium, so you're taping the athletes from like 6 to 8, and then team two would be field setup, so you're setting up the field from like the moment you start at 6 a.m. And then team three would be clinic, so you start up in the clinic and you treat athletes before practice. So there would be a whole rotation of that throughout like the whole month.
Damn, so you kind of were stuck with one person the whole time?
Not really. I mean, yeah, but like it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I was like very lucky. We had a very good like student intern group.
Nice.
Like we all got along like very well.
Hmm.
Shout out to all of them. Super great people, and like I felt like very lucky to like be with all of them. I was a bit worried at first because I was the only like student coming from York. But I had no problem with them. And honestly, very nice people, great to work with. I didn't mind it, to be honest, and we got along really well. You'd also be working with like other people, so like even if you are like considered the stadium team one day, um people don't start coming in to get taped until like right before
Mm.
practice, so you're also helping them set up the field.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
I saw you guys like played a lot of football too on your during your off times, right? And you
Yeah.
told me you're like, I don't have my cleats.
I think that was my biggest regret, not bringing cleats, because I didn't think I would have like so much downtime to like, train on the field. It wasn't bad because like it enabled me to like slow down a little,
Mhm.
which is like something I personally need to work on in terms of like playing. Um, but yeah, I should have brought cleats. We did play a lot of football.
Yeah.
Like I think for the first 2 weeks, every single break time we had, we'd head to the field and just like throw the ball
Uh,
around, like do a little training. We'd bring like ladders out.
oh my
And
God.
we did like ladder drills, cone drills. We wanted to like set up a scrimmage against like all the staff, and it was like an idea that was put out there, but
Didn't fall through.
no, it didn't
Uh,
fall through.
it could
But
have been like Toronto Argos versus Mini Argos or Trainer Argos, you know?
yeah, I think it was very entertaining for like the athletes and the staff to see us like go on the field. There was like one time we were like practicing field goal kicks, and it was hilarious. It was fun. It was so much fun.
Did you score anything?
What do you mean?
Like field goal?
No,
No.
I cannot kick. If there's one thing I don't do, it's kick. That
Just not
that's not required of me for my
you're
position.
just not a kicker.
I'm not. I'm not.
Well, it sounds like that month was fun and you learned a lot, obviously. I
Yeah.
can I can tell you're a different therapist. Like I can just physically see it too, right?
Wow.
Like not just the tan, but just I can tell that you're way more confident in your skills and like you definitely seem like you know a lot now. Like
Hmm.
you're her.
Oh, wow. Really putting me on that status.
Well,
That's
well, I
crazy.
don't know if I'm there yet, but
I think you're getting there. I think you're good. I think the fact that you're able to like do a lot of like field coverage by yourself, they obviously like trust you. But yeah, like how was your placement before like I make any comments about that without giving any context?
so I work with high school level football. So funnily enough, she was with the Toronto Argos.
Hmm.
I'm with the Toronto Junior Argos. So, still kind of like a family in a sense.
Hmm.
I work with kids from 12 years old all the way to 18. So it's U12, U14, U16, and U18. And practices are twice a week for 2 hours. And you have three different teams, maybe sometimes even four different teams practicing on the exact same field. So you're splitting up this part of the field like four slices. I'm just like, how do I keep my eye on everyone? Because there's only two of us
Hmm.
at a time. Sometimes three, but most times two to cover three teams, and one person covers one team by themselves.
Yeah.
It's it's a roster of almost 200 like kids with
Wow.
when you put
Okay. I was
all
about
the
to ask like how many people there are.
around 30 to 40 per team,
Okay.
I'd say. But then some teams obviously have more, some teams a little less, but
Mhm.
it's a little under 200 kids at the end of the
Yeah.
day. But honestly, like I'm loving the vibe. I'm loving working with my supervisor and the Kairos I'm paired up with, and I've learned so much that I think that I'm a different person I was a month ago
Mhm.
compared to now, and it's
This
for the
is
better.
this is your first contact sport.
This is my first
That's
contact sport,
crazy.
so
What do you like about it? How do I want to put this? Like, what's your favorite part about it, and what's like your biggest challenge going into it?
okay, so some days there's nothing. Some
Mhm.
days there's gonna be some minor like, oh, turf burn, or oh, I might have hit my head a little bit. Okay, we'll just put you on the side, see if any symptoms come up. So like very minor stuff, nothing too major. Some days you have three, four things happening back to back to back to back. And those are a little more chaotic because you don't have a time to rest or like recover and like take in what you just did,
Mhm.
what you just encountered. But some days it's just yeah, like I'm putting my reps in. I'm doing what I'm here for, right? So honestly, like I think the biggest challenge though is just having to be ready like for anything to happen. I think that's one of the biggest challenges working with like these kids,
Hmm.
especially since half of them bounce back from any type of contact. So like they get bodied, they're like crying, you're just like, I hope they're okay, and then 2 minutes later they're back on the field playing like nothing happened. And then on the other spectrum, on the other end, you have guys going down, like 200-pound guys going down. They're not getting up. You're worried because I cannot lug someone
Yeah,
off.
you
I'm not
cannot.
that big.
Yeah.
So
Take the team to get them up.
it definitely it's three coaches and two
Yeah.
therapists. Um, and then you're just out here like, I just I just had to deal with that, and I have to assess, see if they're ready to go back in, see if they're how to break the news if they can't break in. So it's a lot. And the athletes, they're still kids, so some of
Yeah.
them can't distinguish between discomfort
And
and
pain. Yeah.
pain. So you have to treat everything they say with a grain of salt. So the
Hmm.
other day, one of the kids got hit really, really hard on the calf, like the outer calf lateral side. And I ran up and he was crying just on the ground. This is U12, by the way. And I'm just like, oh my God, are you okay? And he's like, no, it's like a 10 out of 10 pain. Bro, he took a drink of water and he's like, I'm ready. And then
A 10 out of 10 pain. That's why it's like so
I
subjective.
know
That's why every time like you ask someone to rate their pain, I have to give it with like
a
a
grain of
grain of
salt,
salt.
right? And then a few plays later, kid gets hit in the head, falls down on the ground, just breathing really hard. I'm just like, okay, let's take it easy. What happened? What's the pain level? He's just like, it's like a 2 out of 10. I just wanted a break.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
come on now. Like, no headache, no nothing. No, I just need a break.
Just ask for a sub.
That's what I'm saying, right? But I get kids are funny, man.
Yeah,
But
they're a character.
yeah, so they bounce back here and there, and you have the more severe ones, of course. But
Mhm.
um, as students, it's good opportunity for us to learn and manage and take care of them, especially for these kids participating in the sport they love and slowly in
Yeah.
the sport that I love too. So
I'm glad. I'm glad you're slowly becoming a football junkie, and now that you understand the game, you can understand what I talk about sometimes.
yes, definitely, definitely.
So,
I was learning new terminology yesterday.
what did you learn?
Truck.
Uh-huh.
Truck means like to take a charge, I think.
Oh, I
Is
didn't
it?
know
Oh,
that.
you don't know that. Never mind. And this one I knew, but they thought I didn't know ankles. So like, if you take someone ankles, like you
Yeah.
make them fall, right? I was just like, okay, thanks guys. Like they're like, it's okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Like, cause
Are
they're
you really that high pitched?
I don't know, man. They sound all high pitched to me. But those are usually like practice days. So like, practice days are like 2 hours. So
Mhm.
honestly,
Yeah.
they're not the worst. They're really pretty quick, I'd say.
Mhm.
I just do start my day as usual, like go to the gym in the morning, maybe noon,
Mhm.
get a workout in there, shower, and then head downtown, and that's where my practices usually are. You know, tape up everyone,
Mhm.
which sometimes it's just me myself taping up like 30
Get the
kids.
reps in.
Yeah, and it was really tough to start because I broke my thumb initially, right?
Ooh.
But
Uh,
it's fine now. Like I can rip tape and everything again, so thank God. And and then the rest of the practice goes as normal. Like you have
mhm.
obviously some U16, U18 kids like flipping through your med pack, like I want black power flex. I want this, I want that. I'm just like, no, you don't. You just want drip. Like
It's swag matters. Swag
yeah,
matters. If
I've
there's one
realized.
thing to know about football, there's swag, especially depending on like the position.
Yeah, a lot of them do want the black power flex because it
It looks
matches.
nice.
Yeah, it does look
I don't even blame them. Honestly, I encourage it more times.
Oh my God. Please don't say that. Please don't say that. We're already running low on supplies. But yeah, afterwards I just go to the supermarket, just get some groceries or my supervisor like and we just head home together. So like it's really nice. And then game days are a whole nother story because I'm
Yeah.
at the field 12 hours a day,
Mhm.
covering back to back to back to back games
Yeah.
or 3 to 4 games a day. So that's a lot of work considering I have to tape them
Yeah.
during halftime or right before 20, 30 minutes before the next game starts
Mhm.
and there's no lunch break.
I was
So
about to ask like if you have a break between.
The only
There's
break
a
I get
lot.
is halftime. But halftime's only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm retaping people because their thing, like their thumb came loose or their wrist just need retaped. And it's just like, I wanted to eat a croissant, but I guess I can wait, you know?
A croissant isn't even that much.
Yeah, it's not because I don't have time, right? But
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, it's okay with me because these kids are going out there to play their best, and I feel good knowing that I'm able to contribute in a way, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm loving what I'm doing right now, and I'm learning a lot on the job. So
It sounds like a vibe, a lot of
as
field
a
coverage.
lot of field coverage. I
Yeah.
hope you can come out sometime,
I I definitely will. When I have time, I love watching football.
no
I don't
matter what
think
level.
no matter what level, I'll go to like anything.
All right.
That's what I think like my favorite part about like training camp was like practice. I just loved like watching. I loved watching like the field and like what they're doing, but also like I loved the player interactions that were happening during practice. So funny. So funny. There was never a dull moment, to be honest.
So like obviously there's going to be things that you loved, but what about like challenges that you came across? Like anything that caught you by surprise, I'd say, because you were like going into it a little more like pretty much how you were before the placement, and then
Mhm.
first week, second week, like oh my gosh, like this is crazy. So
Yeah.
anything like that happened to you?
Um, Nothing like super crazy, but I would say like one of the bigger challenges I had throughout training camp was learning how to fit everything within a 30-minute time slot. So you only have like 30 minutes really to assess and treat the players. Um, which
That's
is
fast.
yeah, because it's a little like overwhelming at first, or at least the concept of it, because we're used to giving ourselves at least an hour for just an initial assessment. Well, at my previous patient placement, um, our initial assessment, they would allot us like 1 hour, but we were expected to have a little bit of treatment within that. I know at your placement it wasn't like that. It
It
was
was
just the assessment,
yeah.
but learning how to break everything down and time manage from 1 hour 45 minutes per person, everything was squished together in 30 minutes. So learning how to time manage that and knowing what to assess within that like 30-minute time span, honestly just really giving myself like 7 to 10 minutes to like do the assessment and then giving myself the rest of the time to do like the treatment plan. um and also learning how to like be more creative with with my treatment plan, because we would have.
Wait, explain.
What do you mean?
Creative? Like
Not creative, but like knowing what to do, because sometimes they would come in 3 times a day
mhm.
because you're seeing them every single day. And sometimes they would come in every single time we would have clinic or treatment time. And so knowing how to divide the treatment time or when they would come in throughout the day and how to like divide the treatment plan among like the 3 times they come in. So just knowing what to do sometimes, because there's obviously like a limit in terms of what we can do in order for them to get better. So that was like one of the challenges I had. One thing that surprised me, but also like not really. Um, it wasn't that hard to kind of figure out what's going on sometimes because they're so bodily aware. They've been playing the game for so long, know how to tell when something's off, and it doesn't take too much out of me to like pry it out of them. Um, because sometimes they'll just come in and they know exactly what they want and what's going on. So it's like, oh, like I've been dealing with this issue for like the past couple of years. You already told me what it is. I don't really have to do like a full assessment to figure out or narrow things down or rule stuff out,
Yeah,
because you know what it is, but we're also just trying to address everything else at the
yeah.
same time in their treatment plan. So not really surprising, but um it's like one thing I took out of it in terms of like differentiating in terms of dealing with athletes who have been playing for such a long time versus those who are like new to the game.
Mm. Yeah, I'm on the other end of that spectrum.
Yeah.
Uh, the kids that we get, a lot of them suffer acute injuries rather than chronic stuff since they're so young, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense for them to have long-term shoulder instability or chronic knee pain, right? So a lot of times it's just like it's fresh, it's super new. Like we gotta take care of them right on there on the spot and determine what's the next steps. Do we need imaging? Do we need mom and dad to come take them
Yeah.
away, right? So it's like learning how to talk to the parents as well. Like that was a big one since back in my other placement, you don't really have parents like
No.
crowding you in the stands, right? Because they're like university level, so it's more like learning how to talk to parents, and I think I do a pretty good job at that to begin with, because obviously putting on that AT hat is just like professional demeanor, but learning how to talk to parents is just like a very big skill in terms of the age group I had to work with. But I think for something surprising that came up with me was how fast I had to do my sideline assessments. Like, um, I'm sure you guys did something similar along the lines of that. I'm not sure if you dealt with it like specifically, but for us, because we have games once a week,
Yeah.
and especially since I had to do back to back to back to back games, and we needed X amount of players ready to go at any moment. But when an injury goes happens, right? Sometimes these kids that get injured, they're like a big crucial part of the team.
Yeah.
So I can't afford to take up so much time. I need to be right there. What's your position? What's hurt? Do you think you can still play on it? How do you feel? Um, can I do this? Do you think you'll be ready? Okay, let's send you back out. Like, I think I was telling you the other day, my sidelines are like 3, 4 minutes now. Like it's
Nice.
I have to be ready. Otherwise, these coaches are going to be like bothering me. They're just like, oh my gosh, like we need him out there. Can you send him? Like, give me a sec. Like, I remember the first time. This was actually at practice. I did a sideline for I think 10 minutes, and my supervisor was like, "Yeah, that was very thorough. Too thorough. Uh, just get down to the nitty gritty. Send them back out." I'm just like, got it. So ever since then, we've been cutting time and just narrowing down to what's needed, and I think I've gotten really good at that. But
Yeah.
I think that's a big surprise because the game time is crucial in football
Yeah.
since you only have possession of the ball for up to 4 downs at a time. So it's like gotta get your most valuable or the optimal pieces out there to win the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big surprise. Another one's also just like the way these kids just don't know anything. Back in in the university stream, these kids or like the athletes that I worked with would have a general understanding of what's going on. These kids don't know anything, man.
Also, like, just growing up at the same time.
Yeah, but the other day, I think this is 2 weeks ago, I asked the kid, "Oh, why is your arm in a sling?" I broke my shoulder. Wait, what? I broke my shoulder. No, no, I heard you. Like, what do you mean by that? I don't know.
I don't know. I just have this on.
And then two kids came up to me. It's like, "Oh my God, I dislocated my your ribs." Like, I don't think you can dislocate your ribs. It's like, trust me, trust you or trust the doctor, trust me, trust me.
Trust my
No,
14-year-old.
hey, source, trust me, bro. Like, that's what it
Just
was.
believe, just take my word for it.
So it's like they don't know what's going on, and you have to take everything with a grain of salt. But like at the end of the day, it's half of it's like not that issue. It's just it really annoys me. Like, of course you want to get it checked out, but it's not a dislocation. It's probably a little bruise or a little boo boo. Like that's it. But
It's okay. They don't know any better.
these
Like
kids
that
kill me though.
that's where like the patient education comes in, but
Definitely,
also
yeah.
like learning how to translate it in a way that the kids will
Hmm.
understand.
Of course, but I guess like that's one thing that makes me love what I do, right? Like obviously I love the coaches, like they respect a lot of what I have to say because like they want what's best for the kids. They don't want to jeopardize any of their playing careers since they're so young,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't make sense to send them out there with a fractured thumb or a concussion.
Yeah.
Just, like let's take it easy. If you're hurt, you're hurt. Like we're not going to push you if you're not comfortable or ready to go back outside. And I really admire the coaches for putting the kids on like such a top priority.
Yeah.
And the people I worked with, amazing. Learned so much. And honestly, number one is the kids. Like they bring so much energy every week and every practice. It's just like it's contagious, it catches on, and no matter how long the days are, it's just like I have handshakes with some of them already.
Yeah.
Some of them I instantly know, like ankles, yep, and just like how do I do? Like, oh my God, so good. Like that is why I only come to you for ankles, right? So it makes you feel good knowing that you can help out, and they love what they love my presence, and I love what they supply. It's a give and take, right? For
Yeah,
both sides. So
it is.
very thankful and very happy with what's going on right now.
A
Yeah,
lot of personality.
definitely, especially.
Yeah, like I can agree. Like the same thing in my end, where it's like days are so long, but there's never a dull moment. Like I loved being around like everyone who was involved in the organization, and as bad as your day can get, there's always something you can pick out of the day where it's like, oh, like that happened, and like that was super nice, and it made my day. Um, Even just like talking to other people, and because like the type of environment that we had was very like very banter like, so I felt like I could be like myself around like almost like everyone, to be
Yeah,
honest.
nice.
At the same time, you do have to like gauge everyone's personalities and like adapt to it at the end of the day. um but that's all it really is at the end of the day. And I think like being able to like show who you are, and just be yourself, I think that's what makes athletes, and not even just athletes, but like everyone that you're working with, that's what makes them gravitate towards you, because you can tell when someone's like putting up a front. And it's nice when the people that are treating you, they can like be themselves, and then you can learn to like trust them more.
It's a people profession,
It is.
and if you have the people skills to do with it, you're gonna thrive in this environment because you're talking and you're hanging out with people, and you're all trying to achieve a common goal to
Mm-hmm.
win, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's just like we win together, we lose together, it's all good because we're a team and we just keep pushing through at the end, right?
Hmm.
So I love it.
Yeah. Loved getting to like know everyone and like be able to have conversations with people, talk about like their like respective families, what they've been through, and learning how to like not treat athletes just as athletes, but like as people at
Yeah.
the same time. And like it's tiring, like I feel like as an athlete, where it's like everyone just asks you like the same questions, but like it's important to know from like the therapy side of it, where it's like these are people who actually like care about you as people, and getting to know them, asking the right questions, it'll make them like trust you more, and you have like a better rapport with them at the end of the day.
I was with a group of U16s the other day, and we were just talking about bakery, like baked goods, and then they were asking me what I liked, and I was just like, "Bro, you have to try out this bakery, like it's around like where we went.
Yeah.
It's around what Steels and Warden around that
Yeah.
area. Yeah, I was telling them like, oh my God, the cheese bread is so good with the feta cheese, and they're just like, yo, that sounds so good.
I love like getting on game or getting put on game, and also like giving it back.
Yeah. You know what would be really cool?
Mm.
If instead of athletes getting mic'd up, therapists get mic'd up. I think that would make such interesting like conversation. Just like, oh, this is really tight. You should stretch more. Because half my athletes don't stretch, so I need.
Oh no.
Yeah,
They're also kids,
they're
so.
also kids. Yeah. Oh my God, one of them got a calf cramp again,
Mhm.
and I told them eat mustard. I don't like mustard.
Just tell them to eat like a banana before the game.
Yeah, I know, but like the coaches were all trying to convince him, like, it's good for you, it's gonna get rid of the cramp. And the kid was just like, I don't want it. So you have like three coaches just telling one kid, like, take the packet of mustard, you'll be fine.
What about pickle juice? Does he like pickle juice?
I told him that. He's just like, I don't like that either.
Um,
Like, picky kids. You can do only so much, but
at that point, it's just like, okay, well, that's on you then.
self-inflicted at that
Yeah.
point, right? So
I'm telling you what you should be taking.
I'm only here for your sake, but if you don't want to take it, that's on you at that point, right?
Yeah.
But they're kids, like I can understand. We were kids at one point, like
Mhm.
I did not like liver, and I still don't, so
Yeah. I was gonna say same, but like I had liver like recently.
you like it?
It wasn't bad, to be honest. I it was a little like chewy.
Yeah, too chewy.
But I don't know. I feel like my palate of food is starting to like grow a bit more. I used to like hate olives. I hated them.
Really?
Yeah.
Also great.
No. Not for me. I'd say like maybe like 2 years ago I hated olives. I still like I can't eat olives like on a regular basis. Like if I'm having a Greek salad, I will take it out. But
Pizza?
pizza, I'd rather not.
Okay.
I'd rather not. But if it's the only thing there, then I'll eat it. Maybe some days I'll take it out. I'm like, I don't know, I'm slowly starting to like gain a tolerance for it. I remember having like just an olive by itself, and I was like, oh, I'm scared for myself. But it wasn't too bad. I drank something afterwards just to like wash it down, and it wasn't terrible. So maybe I'm growing up a little.
We all are. We
Yeah.
all are. As people and as therapists,
Oh
so.
wow, what a what a way to like deepen that. Very introspective of
Went
you. We
from
were just talking
olives,
about food.
went from olives to AT like real quick. Real quick for you. Now that you're finished with like I guess this professional stint, right? Do you know if you'll be going back, covering a regular season game or anything?
I don't know. I don't know. They said they'll like let us know, but yeah, honestly, like I really enjoyed my time
I
at
hope you
training
do.
camp.
I
And
hope you do.
what do you
I
mean?
want to watch you on the regular season. Like,
Water? Water?
yeah, yeah.
You want some
That was
Gatorade?
so fun. That was so fun. Like, just cheering for you, not even the team.
So funny. Like I would be carrying the Gatorade and I hear my name being screamed from the stand. Not even
Isabelle.
from like you, but like from my other
Everyone.
friends and like my family. It was so nice. It was so supportive, honestly. Like I have like such a great community behind me, and I was very like wary of that. Not wary, but I was very like aware of that when I had the game going on that night, and a lot of people showed up and it was really nice. I felt so loved, and it was so great.
You carry that Gatorade down. Yo, your brothers kills me.
Oh my gosh, that was like all of like my football community. Like I would hear my name being screamed and I would turn around for a quick second, but I wouldn't know where to look because you're all in like different sections. So I'm like, I don't even know where that's coming from. And it was quite funny.
It
It
was
was pretty funny.
it was fun on our side.
Yeah.
Like just supporting the team and supporting the therapists, behind the scenes as well. Therapists matter too.
Yeah, no, it was actually kind of funny because after we were walking up the stairs after the athletes, and you know how like there were kids and like some fans on the sides like giving a high five.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, "You guys deserve high fives too." And it was so funny. I was like, oh, "Okay, like I guess."
Thank you, thank you.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna pass some Gatorade around.
Cut a thumb here and there. I
Yeah.
seen you at work. I see you there. I see you there.
Just walk around up and down the field. Hey, are you dehydrated?
So with that being said, like, do you see yourself working in a professional environment like this within the next 5 years, maybe? Or would you want to like stick your hand somewhere else as well, like try out different waters or like other routes as an AT? Like, what's our future looking like in your mind right now?
I really loved working in professional sports. I think before this or like before this placement, I wasn't too sure about working within professional sports because like the hours and like how long you're working. I'm very worried about like getting burnt out some days. But I think like getting a sense of this training camp I didn't really feel like so burnt out. I actually felt like very excited to like wake up and, work, to be honest. And I'm not a morning person. I mean, sometimes I am. But like
Debatable.
I'm not like a morning person enough to like get up at 5 in the morning. At least like before this I wasn't. And like waking up every single day, I honestly like didn't mind. And I knew there was something to look forward to like every single day, something new, something like fun and entertaining. Um, I loved like the environment, I loved the intensity, I loved how everyone was like working towards something. Everyone's trying to be like better than the person that they were that day. And I loved being around that. It just made me want to be better, not only as like a therapist, but like as a person. And vibes were good, honestly. Like it was so good. And there's just so much that can happen in the day. And it's fun. It's so much fun. But I wouldn't mind like dipping my hand in like other aspects of AT. Um I don't think there's anything wrong with like trying different things, and I think like versatile, like being versatile is what will make you better at the end of the day. I obviously don't want to close myself off to just professional sports because there's a lot of people out there that just need access to healthcare and like provide healthcare
Mhm.
for honestly at any level, to be honest. But I loved working with pro athletes. I
So
loved it.
we'll expect a phone call. And
We'll see.
we'll
We'll
see. All
see.
right. Just know I will make an effort to attend at least 2 games.
At least two.
At least 2 games a season if you are working in at the pro level.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What about you? What like do you learn from I guess your time doing this placement so far, and how like where do you see yourself in the future?
So definitely love working with kids. I think adults are great too. Like
Mm.
not to say they aren't, right? But
I
they
mean, that is us. Technically, it's
like
here.
we bring a sense of like professionalism and silliness as well, but I think the energy kids bring is just completely unmatched. Like these kids will follow whatever the coaches say. Like the U14s have a chant that if you watch one of the games, you'll hear like, "I believe that we will win," and then it's just like, and then they all chant that, and they lose. But like at the end of the day, it's all good vibes though, because like everyone's having a good time, and even though the outcome wasn't as desired, it's just like, wow, like the way they just confronted the problem, the game, the opponent, whatever. It's just I like being in that type of environment, and
Hmm.
that's with all kids. Because I remember when we played like sports teams as kids, like even if we lost, like
It's still fun.
it's still fun
Yeah.
because you're just playing games, and
That's very true.
and I
Very true.
think even if like the junior Argos don't make it too far this year, like
Hmm.
because there's still playoffs for us, right?
Yeah.
Like I still love my time with them, and I can see myself keep doing this every single year moving forward until like I'm old, right?
Yeah.
But I can definitely see myself working at this level for the foreseeable future.
Hmm.
But again, same as you, I don't want to close any doors.
Hmm.
Um, Toronto's getting a WNBA team,
Yeah. Oh
so
my
that
God.
would be really cool.
I'm so
That
excited
would
for
be
that.
really cool, not just as a fan, but as a potential
Job
job
opportunity.
opportunity as well, right? The 905, like they not that they filter through, but like a lot of their therapists move on to do like even
Yeah.
bigger stuff. MLSC has a lot of opportunities for that.
Hmm.
And I love the Jays. Like I'm actually going to a Jays game tonight, right? So that's always never closing the door on that. So pro sports in Toronto and Ontario and Canada, period. Like I think even though it's still a growing thing for us, it's never stopping. It's gonna keep
Yeah.
getting bigger and bigger.
I
So
don't think it's ever going to be at the point where it's diminishing.
yeah.
At least that's what I think.
So pro sports definitely in the picture,
Hmm.
and obviously it'd be really cool to have a clinic and like have your own
Yeah.
clients and patients. But at this stage of my career right now, I am down for anything I'm ready for anything that's to come, right? It's
Yeah.
just never say no. I think that's my biggest takeaway. Like when an opportunity presents itself, don't don't be closed off or closed-minded to be like, I only want to do pro sports. I only
Hmm.
want to be in a clinic. No field
Yeah.
for me. Only field for me. No, like say yes to anything. You never know what you're gonna like. I went from not knowing anything about football to applying to a football placement and loving my time here. So you never know, like I said,
Yeah.
right?
I was very surprised that it ended up being like your first choice. Because it really wasn't at first it wasn't out of like all of the placements that you applied to and interviewed at. It wasn't until like after the interview you're like, oh, like this is really interesting. I want to see what it's like. And also I want to put it out there for all the ATs. do a contact sport. I think it builds character. You do a little trauma bonding sometimes. um, and you get to like learn on your feet very fast.
Very fast.
Very fast. Like, how would you compare? Like, I've only done like contact
Yeah.
sports to be honest, or like work majority of my time in contact sports, but how would you compare working in non-contact to like contact?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I made that transition very seamlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think it's just because I was able to have so many friends, such as yourself, have done a contact sport that like from the conversations and like scenarios that we've talked and run, I kind of just jumped right into it, knowing like, oh, so if I should be doing, if she did this, I should be doing this too. So, uh, I actually like obviously just starting out with a non-contact sport, everyone freaked out on their first time running out or blanking on the spot with I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what's going on. But the more reps you get, the better you get at it. And entering the summer, uh, first day we have a potential concussion, and I'm right there just going through everything. Like I'm ready, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like right out the gate. So to me, I don't think the transition was that bad. I think it was just very like just getting to the nitty gritty. That's what I had to put the work in for.
Yeah.
But aside from that, first responder right on set, like asking the right questions,
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Like I think that being having gone through the different stages of novice to I guess like a little more intermediate now, like I think I'm pretty comfortable being able to take any situation, whether it be like to the most simplest of injuries to like the most like, complicated and
Yeah.
confusing. But
At that, like sometimes there will be days where you don't know what's going
of
on,
course,
and that's okay as long as you know how to like address the other things around it and do what you can to like help them get better. I think that's what matters at the end of the day. Yeah.
sometimes just like Isabel said, you don't know everything. Even the certifieds don't know
Yeah.
everything, right? But you manage, they don't get worse, you did your job.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Would you you're doing a contact sport as well next semester during the school year, right?
Yeah, I'm doing women's hockey at a university
I'm
level.
excited for you.
Me
I'm
too. It's
excited for
very
you.
different from what I'm used to. I'm
Yeah.
so used to like field. I've done some court sports, a little bit, dabbled. Um, Soccer I've done, but I've never been on ice. I've never been on ice, so we'll see how that goes.
You've heard Disney on ice? Now it's Isabelle on ice.
You know, I can't like skate properly.
You can't skate.
I can skate, but I don't know how to stop. So like so I would like go in a circle to like
Oh
slow my
no.
momentum down.
Do you were you the one that also like crashed the boards to stop?
No, I don't really crash into the
Because when I
boards.
first started skating, I was going too fast, so
Oh,
I'd have to like body slam against the
oh
boards to
my
stop.
gosh, that hurt.
Yeah, well, I was a kid. I bounced back,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. I mean, you see it happen now.
If I do it now, I probably oh,
Yeah, no.
no, like I'm done for the day.
Yeah, no. I should learn how to. Maybe this is the year I learn how to stop
It's a
the skates.
sign.
Yeah. I don't even have my own skates. I
I'm
borrow my
sure
friends.
I'm sure you're running onto
I
the
am
ice
running
with like
around.
shoes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am.
So
I one of like my supervisors, like she told me to get I forgot what it's called. I think it's like tracks or something.
spikes?
Not spikes, but you can add it to like the bottom of your shoes so it makes you like you have a better grip on the
Okay.
ice when you're running. So I think I'm gonna buy that.
I've never done a hockey, so I
I
wouldn't
know.
mind. I'm
Yeah,
excited for you. Really excited for you.
same.
I'll definitely make some time to
Oh
watch your
yeah, well
games. Yeah.
you're gonna be in the area, so
Kind of, yeah.
kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can watch some basketball too, you know.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Would you consider basketball contact or non-contact?
Non-contact.
Non-contact? Okay.
Yeah, but you will get an elbow to the
Oh,
face. Just
definitely.
be ready for some facial stuff.
And a lot of depending on how dirty the other side is, but some Draymond
Yeah.
Green situations
Oh my.
happening.
I don't think up to like that extent.
Okay.
He did some crazy stuff, but yeah, I think you'll be fine. You'll be
Uh,
fine.
I'm just ready, you know, like I'm ready for this, I'm ready for the future and ready whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Any closing remarks from you?
Nothing I can think of right now, to be honest. Yeah, no. Like finished placement, kind of just like chilling, see where see where stuff gets me, I guess.
I know you're gonna get a few more gigs this summer. Like I just feel it. Like someone's gonna hit you up like, oh, can you cover a game? Can you cover practice? Like I know it
Yeah,
for sure.
I
So
know. I already was like as soon as I got home, I was offered like to do something, but I'm
football?
busy. No, I have no idea.
Oh,
It was like some event, but I don't
you
know.
were just like, no, I need a break.
No, like, well, we're
Right,
going
right.
on a little road trip, so that's fun.
That's gonna be fun. Like we deserve a break every once in a while too.
Yeah.
And then we're back at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As soon as September hits, it's like we're gonna be on road every single weekend.
Hit the ground running.
Yeah, because we're both with a full year sport.
I'm ready though.
Yeah. Honestly, after like 1 year of like placement, it's like you know what to expect. And well, actually, we have to write our exam in like a year from now.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
I'm not I'm worried, but I'm excited too,
Yeah,
I'm
same.
worried but excited. It's that anxiety build up, slowly
Mm-hmm.
building up. It's at like 5% right now.
5%,
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Same.
And
Like,
then every month passes like another 5, 10%.
I know. I think we have to start making like our study group. I mean, we do, but like we
Like we
also
should actually start studying.
yeah, we should start creating a plan right now.
Yeah. I think with the group we have though, I think we'll do okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
We'll
so
do
too.
okay.
Yeah. Any closing remarks on your end?
Um, I'm just looking forward for the rest of the season for me. We'll definitely keep the podcast updated on it, and I guess that's a wrap for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.